Interestingly, Jim Carrey was considered for the role of Charlie Chaplin, which went to Robert Downey Jr. And when you see Jim Carrey's work, he had a very interesting, almost abstract, and a distinctive way of presenting himself. Would it have worked if he had played Chaplin? I have to kind of think about that one for a moment because um, I gotta kind of put that in the frame of mind. What would I have, you know, what that would have said? What it would have been like? The slapstick humor of him and the vibe of him pretty much will loan itself to it. There's a possibility, I don't now. From the musical standpoint of it, that's another story. Now, I will tell you something. There are definitely people that come to mind that are all around entertainers. Like you may not associate Dudley Moore. Some might think Robin Williams, who was considered for it. There's different figures that are considered for different reasons. Uh, I had heard Billy Crystal, but I think Jim Carrey. There's a definitely an element of way he does certain things which could have loaned itself to that, perhaps. So it loans itself to it. It'd have been interesting um, how uh, if he could have pulled it off. It could have definitely been interesting had he had what he've gone into it. I think that if you bring in certain themes of it, um, it probably loans itself to him. He's definitely an interesting choice. Carrie was a very talented actor beyond just the slapstick humor. But again, he pulled off some movies. He was one of the most unlikeliest casts to blow up. And see, the funny thing is, he's hardly an overnight sensation. I go back when he did episodes on Mike Hammer, Private Detective, back in the 80s. He was around a long time. Living Color, those what blew him up. And he always stayed grateful to the cast and the crew, Keenan Ivory Wayans and them. And he was a great fit with his different characters, you know. But and he's one of those cats that you can tell that even though he got big as he did, he didn't really get Hollywood jaded per se. Not like that. Stayed pretty cool for the most part with stuff. So playing Chaplin would have been interesting. I always think that's one of those roles that if someone gets a chance to portray, um, that would be almost considered a pinnacle, considering how he took on the establishment and all the stuff that he went through. And then, of course, there's a lot of details in his life which is compelling and, just different things. So um, it makes for an interesting storyline. Let's just say that. And Jim Carrey has kind of a dark, shadowy vibe, but yet there's a light in there. So it's interesting how it intertwines. So it'd have been kind of interesting if that were the case. It would have definitely been interesting if that were the case, though, when you think about it in totality, though. So, but yeah, it was like, okay, he was considered for the role. And then I have to think, could he have portrayed the role and how might it have felt him in that nuance? So, anyway, I think it makes for good discussion. I think if they'd have had like him portraying it, I have to see the different nuances of different things. I think as far as the basis are concerned, I think he could have done now how much of the other side of the character because I think that's what maybe Robert Downey Jr. was able to pull that off. But I think it would have been interesting if Jim Carrey. But let me know what you think. Would you have liked to have seen Jim Carrey as Charlie Chaplin? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, and my peace.